Good afternoon, Linda. I'm live off of Highway 32 on the north side where this fire sparked. We're going to show you the plume of smoke right here behind me. Mark, I'm live at Westgate Hardwoods. What is left of it is what we're going to show you right now. The blaze has taken out 75% of the property. And Mark, Megan, that's right. I'm live inside the post office in Chico. This is where all of the work happens behind the scenes that we don't see when we come get in line at the post office. You can see right here they're going to be loading up all these packages, putting them into the trucks. To honor these 343 firefighters who perished on 9/11 16 years ago, these cadets are climbing 110 floors to honor them. And I'm about to try it out just once to see just how hard it is. Let's check it out. Good morning, Mark, Megan. I'm live at the 6th annual Toys for Tots. It is loud in here because everybody is excited. The Chico police just brought all their toys. We're going to give you a little look right now. This is where this protest is going to be held to what they call the largest gas tax in California history. It's going to raise gas 12 cents per gallon, 20 more cents for diesel.
Sarah, maybe you can update us on what we have learned now about this suspect.
We've been hearing from people on the street of the alleged shooter that he's known as a dangerous man, and they've called the cops on him several times before, and we're working to learn more about him ourselves and get some court documents, but we know that this is not his first run-in with the law, and this is something his neighbors almost saw coming, and they're just devastated that it wasn't prevented.
You can still see debris from the truck the gunman used to run into this gate. He then got out on foot and opened fire into these classroom windows. You can still see glass shattered into a million pieces.
Shooting up towards the kindergarten classrooms where the one was hit, the 6-year-old, and then where Johnny is.
Debbie Sanders' grandson was inside the classroom when shots rang out at the Rancho Tehama Elementary School.
It was really hard sleeping last night because it's like finally hitting me.
Sanders says Johnny is okay, and she attributes that to the faculty on campus.
So proud of the teachers and everybody there.
This happened all before school even started, but faculty locked down campus immediately, even before being notified by law enforcement.
How lucky that we all are, really, that this was so much more worse.
Her son Jesse encountered the gunman, Kevin Neal, outside of the school.
I said, hey, why don't you shoot this way instead, you know?
He tried to distract the shooter,
And then he started shooting at me.
but was grazed by a bullet.
He was protected by something. And
Neighbors who live across the street from the school are still in shock.
It's terrible. I mean, it's going to stick in everybody's mind forever.
But even after such a horrific experience, Sanders says little Johnny has one thing in mind.
he was crying because he wanted to go back to school. He loves school. It's his first year. He loves school.
And while 4 people lost their lives in this mass shooting, the assistant sheriff says this could have been even more tragic if the school hadn't locked down so quickly. In Rancho Tehama, Sara Stinson, Action News Now. 32 other homeowners are rushing to rebuild so they have a roof over their heads this winter. But it's both an emotional and physical journey.
The fire was right there, and we have lost everything.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since the Ponderosa fire has been fully contained.
I have nothing.
Emotions still running high as residents like Nancy Preston are at a loss on how to move on after losing the home she lived in for 11 years.
I had records, I had everything, but we didn't have any time to get anything. We literally got out with our lives.
Her home is now in Rebel, and it's a situation she says her insurance company doesn't seem to understand.
Asking for receipts, serial numbers, model numbers. I told them I have nothing, and I just could use a little compassion and a little bit of just understanding of what we're going through.
While Preston is having a hard time with insurance claims, she's grateful for the support of firefighters and the county. Her property was the first to be inspected by state and county hazmat teams for hazardous material.
Property's been cleared of hazardous waste, so now
Now Preston can safely remove the debris and begin to rebuild.
It'll be better when we don't have to look at it every day.
She is one of 19 homeowners who are taking advantage of this free service to have their properties inspected.
I've talked to quite a few residences, and I personally can't imagine what they're going through and the stress they're going through.
A feeling Preston says you can never prepare for.
I want everybody to understand that it's not just your possessions you lose, it's your peace of mind, it's your security.
And if your home burned down in either the wildfire or the Ponderosa fire, it's not too late to take advantage of this free service. I put more information about that on our website, actionnewsnow.com. Sara Stinson, Action News Now. Despite facing intense conditions over the weekend, CAL FIRE is making significant progress on the Ponderosa fire, and they're expecting to have it fully contained by this Thursday. Now that the wildfire northwest of Forbstown is 68% contained, CAL FIRE lifted all evacuation orders and warnings in the area as crews continue to mop up hot spots. The fire sits at around 4,016 acres. 54 structures have burned, 32 of those homes. Right now, CAL FIRE crews are mopping up the area and are confident the fire will be 100% contained by this week.
We had some pretty extreme conditions out here. We had hot temperatures, winds, low humidities, and despite all that, we've been able to continue to get containment lines in and get our containment percentages up. So we definitely tested our lines. They held.
And while Lumpkin Road is now open to the public, CAL FIRE is asking residents to be cautious and drive slow, as crews will still be working in the area. Now, the Health Administration building in Oroville opened with the Red Cross this morning to help those who have lost their homes in the Ponderosa fire. The center will be open today until 2 this afternoon. Coming up in our show today, we'll have a live look at the services being provided at the center in a live report. And we've been following the case of the Oroville man accused of setting the Ponderosa fire.